Close your eyes, seek paradise. Won't change your mind, can't shake the lights. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. I want it all, just for the night. I live it out like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry skies. Can't chain me down, I feel so alive. Back down, only one way out. I let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turn me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light, turn up the light. This is what I waited for, 'cause the clock keeps ticking, hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more, 'cause the time keeps turning, feels just like it speeds up. It's what I waited for. Close your eyes, seek paradise. Won't change your mind, can't shake the light. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. Just wanna feel the stars surround, the atmosphere never to come down. I'll stand alone, whether right or wrong. It takes me home, right where I belong. Back down, only one way out. I let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turn me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light, turn up the light. This is what I waited for, 'cause the clock keeps ticking, hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more. This is what I waited for, 'cause the clock keeps ticking, hard for me to keep up. I can't take it no more, 'cause the time keeps turning, feels just like it speeds up. It's what I waited for.
Cold light falling on the ground. Long day, but we won't back down. One thing playing on our minds. Long wait, but we won't give up now. Crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. We are the champions of the night. We are the champions of the night. Yeah. We are the fighting tide, the ones that burn so bright. We are the champions of the night. if we're dreaming now. We watch as the fire falls down. One thing playing on our minds. Time stops and we don't make a sound. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. I'm ready to love. We're the champions of the night. I'm ready to champions of the night.
Welcome everybody to the final night of the divisional round in the SSBL. 3 teams will punch a ticket to the conference final round, and we're jumping right into the action to find out who on the call with me tonight is Puppet. I unmuted Puppet. You there?
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
Wonderful start, wonderful start. Hello, hello.
We've got Wasaw Dude on the mound for the Lumberjacks, and he can't handle the comebacker, and the leadoff runner, Ron Kinnings Jr. will reach. So, Puppet, what do you think the keys to this game are for both teams?
Well, for the Vikings, I think it's getting a good score early. Wasah dude, he's a good, solid pitcher, but he's nothing like, the rest of them. And they've got Jefferson Steelflex in the back, so just kind of strike early around that fourth, fifth inning point when they're starting to get tired. That's going to be it for the Vikings. Lumberjacks, I don't even remember who's in the third slot for the Vikings.
Joey Chestnut, rookie pitcher.
Oh, that's a rookie pitcher, yeah.
And the bases are loaded here early for the Vikings with nobody out. A chance for them to strike very early. A 2-0 count to Deputy as well. Now it runs inside, nowhere to put Deputy. The 3-1 pitch. Outside ball 4 and a run will come in on a walk, and the Vikings.
No.
Is this the kind of night we're going to have?
You cannot be walking people in on the first inning with no outs.
And another 2-0 count, this time to Kawhi Hatmore. 3-0. Things running away soon. That one's in there for a strike. 3-1 now. And that one's in there, a full count. This one's a deep fly into left. Tygo is under it. He's got a good enough arm. Let's see if the runner will try. They will go, and the throw won't even be home, and the Vikings played another 2-0 here with only 1 out in the top of the first.
I don't know. That's just ridiculous.
And strike 3 called. Amir Williams gets rung up, a huge second out for Wasah, dude. And that brings up
if they
Riley
can
Reed.
get out with only 2 scored, then it'll be salvageable.
Yes.
But you're already looking at 30 pitches,
I mean, they had the bases loaded, nobody out. They walked in the run and then had the sac fly, so this would definitely be a moral victory, but Riley Reed will walk to load the bases once again to bring up her brother Spencer. We've almost batted through the lineup here. Reed, the number 8 hitter, takes first pitch strike on a curveball. And lets that one ride outside, 1-1. Tall, 2-1. And it's another 3-1 count, bases loaded. And another ball for another run will come in. The Vikings 3-0, showing some plate discipline. 4 walks issued tonight by Dude.
Unbelievable.
.40 pitches. That one's a dribbler up the middle. Brainstorm up with it. He gets to first in time for out number 3, but the Vikings plate 3-2 via bases loaded walks and a sacrifice fly. The number 1 seed here in the Heroic has their work cut out for them now going into the bottom of the first.
Now, considering Chestnut's, I believe that is a 99 accuracy or somewhere near close.
It certainly looks like it.
Hopefully that does not happen, but we've already got a 4-pitch walk.
Oh, man.
This cannot be one of those games.
Buckle up, everyone. We might have one of those nights. We're already up to 5 walks, and we haven't even played it in complete inning.
As far as war of attrition, who has the more better pitchers, it's gonna be the Vikings, but I don't think either team really wants to play this, and it's gonna be down, but the runner's still gonna get out at second.
Mercy me, and it was Ron Kinnings who throws it in. Continuing his Gold Glove campaign here in his second game, starting in for the injured Vicky Marshall.
That's right, they do have, yes.
One and 2 the count here to Tank Tygo now. He pops this one up. It will stay in the infield. Spencer Reed is under it. He'll make the catch for round number 2. And that brings up Phil Barco Jr. Oh, my.
What's up?
Oh, that pitch was just way outside.
I took my out for half a second. And
Throws in the dirt, but he gets there for Brainstorm anyway.
Wow. You
A
can't.
bizarre
Wow.
first inning comes to a close, and we go top two with the Vikings up 3-0.
Early first out on the first pitch there. Here's Judd French.
Well, saw a dude already at 42 pitches as French pops this one into center. Be caught by Gonzalez 2 away, so 2 quick outs. Dude trying to eat up just a couple of innings before the Lumberjacks were forced to go to the pin. He is neutral, though, despite giving up 4 walks, 3 earned, and 2 hits.
It is a little surprising that he is neutral.
That's a grounded to second. Brainstorm will complete the 1-2-3 inning and will go bottom second. Still 3-0, 4, 5, 6. Do it for the Lumberjacks.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 8.
Another 3-ball opening here.
Into
And that one
center.
will go up middle.
And that will be down.
If anybody's going to perform, it's got to be Phil Bartko. I mean, dudes have really great playoff appearances, I believe.
Yeah, Phil Bartko is the cornerstone of this team, along with Callens and Speedy, some of the OGs on this team.
Not having enough time there to go to second, but we'll get the out at first.
So let's see, Joey Chestnut on the year. Pitched 18 innings, gave up 6 earned runs for a 3 flat ERA and a 1.44 whip. 5 walks to 7 strikeouts, 2 home runs surrendered as he walks Flip Hecker there, but 2 aboard.
Not terrible for a rookie.
No, definitely not.
And then he'll have all of that velocity and junk to age into.
Finds his own there. 2-1 count here to Dream. That one just misses wide. 3-1. Strike called inside edge, and the count is full. Popped him up into left. Amir Williams and Freishak converge, but it'll be Williams making the catch for out number 2. And that brings up Buck Ball. Ball on the year, a .338 hitter. 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. I believe he had a home run here in game number 1 back on Monday night.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Swing and a miss.
Ooh.
Chestnut gets him swinging, and he strikes out to end the inning and will go to the top of the 3rd, still 3-0.
You know, I think these bat manufacturing companies have got to be like rolling in the dough with how frequently they just shattered.
Bat makers in the SSBL are very solvent.
Yeah.
Actually, now, decent hit by Deputy, but that'll be foul. Looking at his stats on the season, Noah dude, this isn't exactly an outlier game for him, as this one's hit into left.
This one's pretty
Doesn't
high, might have enough.
It's off the top.
Oh!
With how non-plus Tank Tygo was just watching that one go, I thought that one was going to be into the bullpen, but he just lazily watches it hit the top of the wall, and Deputy has a leadoff double. That one was really bizarre.
Yeah.
But anyway, as I was saying,
3 balls.
Dude, 13 earned runs through 13 innings pitched, a 9 ERA basically, and a 2.84 whip. 18 walks to 4 strikeouts. And he rings up Kawhi Hatmore there. And that will do it for Dude. He only records 7 outs before the ball is handed over to Jefferson Steelflex. He inherits the runner on second.
And Steelflex has to perform here.
Oh, most definitely.
You cannot let it go, 2 or 3 innings
This is
with
into
a...
right. And Luzon will make the catch just in front of the warning track for under 2. Runner will tag and advance 90 feet. Steel Flex, I don't think appeared last night, and he will get them out of the inning without surrendering any more runs, so it will remain 3-0 going into the bottom of the 3rd. I don't think he pitched last night as Pete Nokia went 8 2/3, but he did pitch in game 1, and the Vikings were able to actually hit him. I want to say he gave up at least 2 or 3 earned runs in around 2 or 3 innings pitched, so be interesting to see if Steel Flex can bounce back from that performance. But Luzon with the single up the middle, leadoff runner aboard here for the Lumberjacks to start off the bottom of the 3rd. That's a hard hit ball off the glove of Liam Freishak, and everyone will be safe. This week has not been kind to infielders.
Definitely not. Or outfielders, for that matter.
Yeah, we had Woody Walker, yeah. So just defense this week has not been gold glove material. As the Lumberjacks have their best opportunity here of the night. But Denver Brainstorm just gets that to kiss off the netting. He stays alive and gets that one past Gage Deputy, and the bases will...
Runners are going to go home? Wait,
in,
cut it off!
Is not in time. Ron Kinnings throws home and costs the team a run.
You just have to cut that off, man. You would have had that.
The Lumberjacks rolling the dice with the weak-armed Kinnings in right, and it pays off. A run comes in, and runners now on 2nd and 3rd, but Tank Tygo strikes out swinging one away. Any, 3 more arm gets that throw there in time, because that ball was just literally trickling to the plate as the runner was sliding home. The Lumberjacks sneak one in there, and a 3-0 count to Phil Barco. Just missed the bottom of the zone there, and the base is loaded once again for Shelby Callens. Way out in front of that one. Into straightaway center field. French makes the catch. Throw into 3rd. The throw is not going to be in time. Another run will score. Makes it a 3-2 ball game. So tying run 90 feet away for the Lumberjacks now. Flip Hecker up to bat.
That's not tense now, too, at 60 pitches in the bottom of the 3rd, so tough opening for him, too.
And honestly, not a whole lot of his fault. You know, Liam Freishak probably should have had an out there with the second batter of the inning. This one into left. Over the head of Amir Williams. And the Lumberjacks will take the lead. 4-3, a 2-run single, was it? Yeah, single. And the Lumberjacks have their first lead of the night. The defense of the Vikings falling apart here in the 3rd inning. They've allowed 4 runs for the Lumberjacks, and they now lead 4-3. And that one's up the middle. The inning continues for the Lumberjacks. The rookie cannot find the final out of the 3rd here, and might not last much longer, right? And there he goes.
Butts? I don't know about Butts, though.
And this one's hit hard into left center. Buck ball to the wall. It's gone! Buck ball with a 3-run shot, and the Lumberjacks have blasted the door down. 7-3 now. A complete and total script reversal here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the inning will finally
There it
come to
is.
a close. What, seven runs for the Lumberjacks?
You know, after the top of the first, I was like, oh, this is over. Vikings easy.
It
But,
certainly did feel that way.
Here we are.
And now it's the Vikings who have a massive hill to climb, facing off against Jefferson Steelflex, down by 4. Popped up in the infield. Denver Brainstorm makes the catch. That almost got down. I don't know how fast Spencer Reed is, but one away regardless. Popped up, but it will find the stands. Popped up into left. Tank Tyga will be under it. They'll make the catch for out number 2. Brings us back to the top of the order, Ron Kennings Jr. And if you think about it, the play in right, his throw home was huge. I feel like the Vikings definitely missing Vicky Marshall defensively, but Ron Kennings Jr. getting the job done with the bat. He had, I want to say, 2 hits last night, has 2 hits in this game. How fast is Amir Williams? Does anyone know offhand, like roughly? Because that play in right as well.
I got the sheet open right here, so I'll take a look here. He's got a 69.
69, and that's off the sheet, so that's probably a bit old. So he's probably around mid 70s now, which isn't awful to have in the outfield. But just, I can think of 3 plays that, you know, if the Vikings had differently, they get out that inning much differently. They had Kennings' throw to home that was late. They have the ball flying over Emil Williams' head. And then they have Liam Freishek not catching the line drive at third. Those are 3 plays that just a little bit differently. I mean, I won't say it doesn't prevent all the scoring the Lumberjacks did, but it makes it a lot closer of a game at very minimum.
Certainly, and the Vikings are one of the better, you know, defensive teams as well. So
a 1-2-3 inning for Butts, and we go to the top of the 5th. 7-3 is still our score here. I feel like just to get some momentum going, the Vikings have to do something this inning, like at least plate 1. Because if you let Steelflex get locked in, it's going to be bad news bears.
you have to start eating up his pitch count too. Like,
Yeah, only at 22 pitches. He's pitching a lot like we saw Tipsy Reynolds do against the Stingers in that 3rd game, going about 10 pitches per inning. That might have been ball 4. Deputy lets him off the hook there and allowed him to a full count. But does draw the walk in the end, so she'll be aboard, 1 away. And here's Kawhi Hatmore. Two and two the count now to Kawhi Hatmore. Swing and a miss! Steelflex rings him up there. 2 away, and here's Amir Williams. Nope. 3-0 to Williams. Runner is going. Called
Runner.
strike. The throw is in time. Shelby Kellens guns down Gage Deputy, and the side is retired. We head to the bottom of the 5th.
What are you going on 3 balls for? I mean, just wait 2 more pitches. You're
Yeah, excellent
better off
question.
getting a walk. Gilbert's back to neutral at least.
Yeah, Joe Butts has historically been a pretty decent pitcher. We haven't seen much of him this year, though. Only 5 innings pitched and did get pegged for 3 earned runs. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. It'll be definitely interesting to see as we transition out of the SPRP next year as the defensive woes for the Vikings continue. And that turns into extra bases for Shelby Callens.
Maybe we turn down the stadium lights? Is it the sand? The go for 3.
Oh no. If that somehow had managed to get into the dugout.
Marge, you mean these 2 right here?
I wouldn't say the Vikings necessarily fall into that. Like, I mean, they don't rely as heavily on Bruce Hot Mike as they do, as Jefferson Steelflex is relied upon for the Lumberjacks. I mean, yeah, he does have 27 innings, but let's see.
I mean, the rest of the Vikings pitchers are... I mean, they have... Butts and Hot Mike are really the core of this relief pitching. It's better than the Lumberjacks, but it's it's still not great.
Yeah. Because we've got Bruce Hot Mike. Let's see, Paul George, Joe Butts, and who is the other man? Ernie Woodward. So, yeah. So, Bruce Hot Mike, 27 innings on the season. The rest of the Vikings bullpen combined has 11 1/3. So, they're also getting more innings from their starters, whether that's the game forcing their starters to eat up more innings because the bullpen isn't great. Whereas I think we see for the Lumberjacks, the game just turning to Steelflex instead of letting the pitchers go along because he's just that good,
Mm-hmm.
So off we go to the bottom of the 6th, still a 7-3 ball game. Not a whole lot of action since that 7-run inning for the Lumberjacks in the bottom of the 3rd. But that's just the dangerous thing of this Lumberjacks team. If you give this Lumberjacks offense an inch, they could easily take a mile from you. And there's the defense faltering is just a little bit of spark that they needed. You give Lumberjacks some extra opportunities, they're going to take full advantage of it.
Right. And Butts has got to be going out soon here, so...
Yeah, since he's just a relief pitcher, he's probably definitely towards the end of his outing. And here's is the aforementioned Hot Mike.
We got a single.
Brings up big Denver Brainstorm, a chance to put this one on the top upper shelf for the Lumberjacks.
But let's say, in theory, the Lumberjacks move on. They face either the Moonshots or the Gauchos, which we'll see in the next game. How do you think that goes?
It'll be interesting because if it's the Moonshots, I mean, they had the one game like really early in the season, and the Lumberjacks won that 5-3, I believe. The best, like one of the best, if not the best pitching squad against probably the top tier offensive squad, I want to say. It's just going to be a battle of, you know, does defense win championships or does the offense win championships? And I mean, the Gauchos pitching squad, at least starting pitching wise, is really good. You've got Stevens, Gigi, Norrie, Cade, Six. They could easily get the Gauchos in a position to be successful. It's just going to come down to that bullpen if they can hold the lead, because I think during the regular season the Gauchos and Lumberjacks, they had the one game that they had a division game. I think the Gauchos had the lead into that game until late, where the Lumberjacks came back and won that one in like the 8th or 9th against that bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Yuki into left. That's going to get down in front of Tygo.
Do you think that makes it more difficult if the Vikings move on when they compare themselves to the Moonshots, who have, or the Gauchos, who have, you know, better pitchers all around, and, you know, while they have good defense, the ball's getting into the field more, and they don't have the bats to compare.
Mm-hmm. Steelflex locked in, only 3 base runners allowed through 4 innings. He's doing what he's done pretty much all season, but does give up an up the middle base hit to Judd Fringe. That puts 2 aboard with 1 out.
Is it buffering on your end or just me?
Everything seems fine here. The Discord isn't showing you the video.
No, I think it's better now, and it was just looking weird for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it might have just done that. Steelflex locked in now.
Here's a chance for
59
Cage
pitches.
Deputy with 2 runners. Oh no!
Oh my God!
That's going to be important, as Steelflex is the long reliever. That will be an instant heal like a starting pitcher. Extreme pain, Jefferson Steelflex. Where are all my writing utensils?
Oh my God.
So that could be monumental in the coming rounds if Steelflex.
If the Vikings can, or if the Lumberjacks can keep this, you know, this lead and end up going into the next round without Steelflex, it is going to be incredibly difficult. Incredibly difficult.
Well, the Lumberjacks have an opportunity here. One swing could turn the script for the second time today. 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 7. It's a 2-run game now. And this one's into the gap. That's going to get down under Speedy, and it goes all the way to a wall. Runner's going to run
They're
third
going to go with Marie.
And we've got a tie ball game. Holy cow.
Oh, wow. Steelflex just... Oh, no.
Steelflex dies, and then the lead has evaporated instantaneously.
Noodles Nunez comes in for, I believe that was Riley. Oh, my God.
And the Vikings will take the lead.
It definitely did, John. Sweetie was very close, but it just went under his glove, and that gave them, you know, the tie, and now here we have the lead.
Holy cow. The inning will come to an end here, but the Vikings, with a 5-run top of the 7th, take a 1-run lead.
Now it is interesting.
Now it is very interesting.
And Bruce Hot Mike is... Oh. Here's Hefty Weeb.
And the Vikings instantly go to some of their defensive substitutions. A 3-1 count, though, to Shelby Callens. Come on, give me something that works. And that will be a leadoff walk.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 18.
So tying run on base. And that's going to be a bloop into right. And the runner's going to go first to third. So a tying run, well, go ahead run on base. Tying run 90 feet away. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. A quick 0-2 count to Gene Dream. Swing and a miss, a huge first out.
That is very important.
Designated hitter, number 34.
Now a Dragon special ends the inning. 2-1 the count to Buck Ball. A ground to first. Debbie to second for one.
Here we go.
Weep to first. Dragon special.
Wow.
A 3-6-3 Dragon special, and we head to the 8th. Is Weep playing short? He usually plays third.
No, I think he's playing second.
He's playing second?
No, he's
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he's playing short. He came in for Riley, right?
Okay.
Or,
That's
yeah.
crazy. So here we are, top of the 8th now. And that's going to be a bomber special to lead off the top of 8 for the Vikings. Man, we need a... I don't know how, like, ESPN does the win probability things, but, like, imagine the win probability chart on this game. Holy cow.
That would be
one's
quite
going to
fun
get
to
away
do.
from Callens, and the runner will advance 90 feet into scoring position. And it's Ron Kinnings Jr. And that'll be a walk to Kinnings. Bug Dates not getting the job done.
The center fielder, number 41.
He stays in there, but tense. Facing off against Judd French, 2 for 4 today. Swings that one over his head, fouls it back. And pops this one up. Infield fly will be called. Brainstorm makes the catch for out number 1. That brings up Liam Freishak. And
Here is where he makes up for his.
Yeah. And here comes Gina Stance, the former starting pitcher for the Lumberjacks, turned into a bullpen arm once Pete Nocchio came into the organization, but she's got a 3-0 count here to Freishak. And the bases will be loaded, a 4-pitch walk from Stance. And it's Gage
Deputy. Oh, no.
2 for 2, a double and a single today. She's up the middle to Brainstorm, though. For the second for 1 to first. In time, Dragon special. Back-to-back Dragon specials in inning half. So we go bottom of the 8th, still a 1-run game. Absolutely clutch Dragon specials. In comes McMaster now. She'll take over first base defensively. And that's going to be a leadoff single for the Lumberjacks. Chris Luzon having himself a day. I think that's 3 base hits for him. Absolutely massive double play, Elder.
Close.
Razor thin edges here. But that's a grounder of Spencer. In time, it's short. Tack to first. Another Dragon special. 3 straight innings with Dragon specials.
It might just be the Viking special now.
0-2 to Denver Brainstorm. He's tense. Ooh, hard hit ball there, but foul. And strike 3 called! Brainstorm gets rung up here, and we're to the 9th.
Here it is, 5, 6, 7 for the Vikings. Insurance runs might just need it, you know. You can't leave a game with 1 against the Lumberjacks.
This one to left, but that one's going
No.
to die to Tank Tygo.
I mean, you never know with Tygo. He's got like what 5 fielding out there, so
It is kind of low.
the Viking special is destroying the dragons, not the serpents. The dragons.
2-2 to Amir Williams. Swings at one in the dirt. Strike, or out number 2. And that brings up Hefty Weeb.
Back swing.
1-1 to Weeb. His first appearance of the evening. Pops it up behind the plate. Callens is under it. And she'll make the catch for round number 3. So it will be a 1-run deficit going into the bottom of the 9th. Lumberjacks 3-4-5 due up here. Their playoff lives hang in the balance here against a locked-in Bruce Hotmike. Tank Tygo first pitch swinging into left. Back goes Amir Williams. He's at the wall, and he'll make the catch for round number 1. Here's Phil Barco Jr. now. He swings that one. That will be foul. A good curveball. 0-2 now. Grounded to second. Recharging. Gets the first in time for round number 2. The Vikings 1 out away from pulling off the upset. Here's Shelby Callens. The fate of the Lumberjacks rests in her hands. First pitch strike. 1-1. Lays off that pitch. 2-1. And that one's low. 3-1. And the count is full. She fouls it off. The payoff pitch. Foul again. We'll do it again. Shelby Callens staying alive here. Strike 3!
Oh!
She doesn't swing! And the Vikings upset the Lumberjacks!
Vikings going to the conference finals over the Lumberjacks. 8-7. It was a wild game. I mean, wow, what a way to end the series.
I cannot believe that comeback. Just how that was going. I thought the Vikings were dead to the world, yet instead of being dead to the world, they murder Jefferson Steelflex with a 5-run top of the 7th and defeat the top-seeded Lumberjacks. Wow.
Lumberjacks going, what was it that they went? They went 12-2. Tying with the highest.
Let's take a look at the box score. 11 hits for the Vikings. 2 hits for Kennings, French, Deputy, and Miyuki. Pairs of RBIs for Deputy, Hatmore, and Amir Williams. Yeah, I mean, he did come in early, but just the way he was rolling, like he was chewing through innings, like he was going like 10 pitches an inning. It just felt like he just had a lock on him, and then the comebacker just toasted it.
Yeah. And with the Vikings advancing, I mean, I don't know their chances. I mean, they just always surprise me, too, because they don't have the bats like these other teams do, yet they just make these really great, appearances, and it works out.
12 hits for the Lumberjacks, a 3-hit night for Chris Luzon, 2 hits for Speedy Gonzalez, as well as 2 for Flip Hecker. Home run by Buck Ball. Joey Chestnut goes 2 2/3, gets pegged for 6. Butts as well, 2 2/3. 1 earned, and then Bruce Hotmike goes the rest of the way, giving up only 5 base runners, ringing up 4. Wasad Dude 3 2 1/3. Jefferson Steelflex 4 1/3, 3 earned. Then Bug Dates gets tagged with the loss, 2 earned through 2/3, and Gina Stantz 1 2/3, no earned. Your MVP is Gage Deputy. Do you even remember who hit Steel Flex with the ball? Because they honestly get the second
They're
start.
probably the MVP there.
All right, game number 2 will be right after this. I have to take a quick break. I need to use the bathroom really bad.
Okay.
So we'll be right back. All right, I have returned, and we're getting the next game set up. We've seen one top seed go down. Can the High Rollers make it both? Oh, Squared once in. Okay.
Oh. Squared, really? I guess. Do you want to just go to the
Yeah, I think that'd
the
probably be the
channel
best.
in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Voice channels. Squared, hello?
Puppy, get out.
Hey. Okay, let's make sure this is all right. Piston Omen, Becky Foe, Max Range, Blind Ollie, Colton King at second, Turnpike, Beltron, Evans, and Longstop. And pitcher number 3 is.
How about that first game?
Unbelievable, honestly. And then
You know, I think Puppet was actually the one that said this, but somebody said this, but like the Vikings have been the least talked about team
Yeah.
in
I
this
don't remember who said
this
that.
season. I want to say Puppet, was it you, or it might have been, was it you, Puppet?
Isaac is here.
I think it was you. It was either you or running.
Marge. Oh, maybe.
Marge, really? It was. I don't know. Somebody said it. I remember somebody said where the Vikings are the least talked about team in this league this season. after going to the league championship series, and now they're back, and it's like, oh yeah, the Vikings still exist.
DDC said to share this that he just sent me a premonition he had earlier in the season. It's because he said, "Thanks, see you in the Super Series, by the way, hopefully." And he said, "It's whatever weird team." He said, and I said, "Hopefully, got to get past the Corns. That will be hard." And he said, "For sure, your path is tougher, no doubt. Ironically, we feel comfortable against any team, whether the Shots or whoever, in a best of 5, as that one's hit deep into right. At the wall is Rifleman, but he'll make the catch for round number 2. Ironically, we feel comfortable against any team, whether it's the Shots or whoever, in a best of 5. It's whatever weird team like Flute or Vikings in a best of 3 that worries us. Series is just too short."
Maybe a discussion of being the second series to 5.
Well, I know we had, and Max Range hits one into right. Does this one have enough? It does!
Oh, he missed it.
Rifleman was there and jumped for it and just flat missed the ball. I'm not sure
Gotta say though,
I've ever seen that before.
He
may
made a
have
home
been the
save,
minimum
too.
range. Just saying. I saw you, lasers. I don't think tonight will be the night. I mean, running
No.
is idle.
I think the record is 5.
The record of what?
Plus getting
How many
Josh
casters
here.
we had one?
Oh.
How many people we had on one cast? Even
is
though Isaac
Isaac in
hasn't
there
said
now?
a word.
I proposed
Wow,
that.
Whitney. Wow. Didn't even notice I was here.
He can't hear the ping because he's in OBS. Give him some slack.
Yeah. I proposed a couple of weeks ago that we get every, current commentator, and every former for the Super Series. So,
Oh, jeez, that would be a train wreck.
this one goes out in the center, but Omen catches it at the warning track.
And this one is hit into the gap. Tyler Benetti wraps one inside the line, and he'll have himself a one-out double. Yeah, I know that had been something in the past that had been mentioned, but never really investigated about making this round a best of 5. I mean, I'm not sure if
It's
it would.
just.
I mean,
They
it
would
would
have so
be.
many games.
It would be a few more games. I mean, it'd be, as opposed to a minimum of 2 times 4, 8. It would be a minimum of 3 times 4, 12. So, yeah, it would be a bit more to swallow. But
I think this round would probably be 2 weeks, like potentially.
yeah, it
It
probably
be,
would.
Yeah. Whitney, do you wanna stream again, like in the Discord, or?
Oh shoot, I'm sorry.
Dean, how's Forza 5, by the way? I heard it's absolutely amazing.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can.
Should be able to. It'll be like a little button, share your
Okay.
screen. There you go.
Pool holes into
See a
right.
little button.
But it's caught by Evans for round number 3, and the High Rollers remain on top 1-0 going into the top of the second. Bombers couldn't capitalize on the double from Tyler Benetti. I was thinking, and I don't know, because I was thinking about this beforehand too, would making this series like a 3-game series, like the top seeded team gets 3 home games to make it, maybe they get a little bit more of a home field advantage of being the top seed, winning the division, and it kind of beating out a little bit of the fact that it's such a short series. It was
Their
just,
advantage is getting a bye.
this one
Yeah.
into right. Tracking back is Rifleman. He doesn't have to jump this time. Rifleman's been a busy man in right field tonight.
But no, their advantage is getting a bye.
Right.
Yeah, to be honest, there really is no home field advantage. Like, the only, at least in like outside like the video game SMB3 world, the only reason why there is home field advantage is actually the officiating actually benefits home teams because they feel pressured to. Like, it's actually like some interesting studies like with COVID and stuff. Now, building fast outfielders with long arms for Shaka, like there's an inherent advantage there. I feel like the only way to guarantee an advantage for the higher ranked team would be to do something similar to the KBL, where the team ahead starts with a game advantage would be like the only way to like guarantee that the higher seed has a better chance.
That's still
Well,
fun.
keep
Yeah,
in mind
it's-
that the stadiums are differently sized, and teams, some of them strategize based around that.
I mean, the advantage
I
you
think
get
it's
is like
just
you get
so
the bat
random to
last.
even try and plan
Yeah.
around that though.
Yeah.
And you get the bat last. I mean, personally, I'd rather be a home team, obviously, but some people might not care, you know.
Still 1-0 as we go to the top of the third. 8-9-1 due up here. So far, the only mistake has been between Sins and Rifleman. Sins giving up what turned into be a home run. Rifleman, at time the jump was there, just was 2 feet to the left of where it landed.
I mean, like, now it's really easy to say this with the Lumberjacks out, and literally no offense to DC and no hummus in any capacity. But the only reason we're talking about this is because the number 1 team is out. But like, it's not like the Vikings are bad. In fact, I had been saying this entire season that I felt like the Lumberjacks were a little bit getting a break of the games. Like, I still think the Lumberjacks deserve the 1 seed. I still think they deserve to win the division. But I didn't think that they were honestly all that much better than a Vikings team at full strength.
I can agree with that. Like the Lumberjack, I mean, you have to be good to tie the best record in SSBL history at 12-2, but they had probably at least 3, 4, maybe even more games where they came back from behind in the games to win, and that's just not a sustainable practice. I mean, technically they had to come back from the first inning that game, but they had the lead held for a while there, and it's just the unlucky fact that Steelflex gets conked on the noggin and reveals their soft underbelly, which is something we all knew about. We're talking about during the stream, and it just came back to bite them.
Is this catcher a injury replacement, or
No, this was a strategy replacement. She has a 95 defense and 95 arm because the stealing in game 2 didn't help us. So I was hoping to use her as a deterrent. She's going hit and run is on. That's by the glove of Vic Turnpike. Bombers have 2 aboard here in the bottom of the third. Nobody out, and we'll go back to the top of the order here with Kniffy Jr. Lefty versus lefty here. First pitch called a strike. That one's low. 1-1 the count. Lays off that pitch. 2-1. In the zone. 2-2. Tough out activated for Kent Iffy. Dribbler. Back to the mound. Oh, Farmhand can't handle it.
Farmhand.
And everyone will be
Wow.
safe. The bases will be loaded for Tyler Benetti. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third.
Now, for
Farmhand has a 15 fielding.
Now, we were talking about how the Lumberjacks, their soft underbelly is their bullpen.
Oh,
is,
Colton
my God.
King!
Colton King.
But what would you guys say to start with the Bombers? What is their soft underbelly?
Honestly, it's been our offense in the second half of the season. It's been a bit slower. I mean, we're still a really good offensive team, but in calculating the stats for the second half, it was definitely not quite as prolific as the first half was. As Amish Rifleman flies out to center, but deep enough to tag the runner from third and tie the game at 1 apiece.
I mean, statistically, the Bombers, best team in the league by far. So it's really just, making those stats work.
And Pujols will bring in a run to give the Bombers their first lead of the night.
I think if you were to, run this 1,000 times through, the Bombers would win considerably more. But it's just, the nature of the small sample size that we have.
Into left center, tracking his Piston Omen. He makes the catch round number 3. Piston Omen closed on that one nicely and ends the inning. But the Bombers too take a 2-1 lead going into the top of the fourth.
I mean, these two teams have faced off really well against each other this season. 2-2 overall this season between the two teams. Like, they just, I mean, to be fair, that's just really this division. You consider like the High Rollers, Bombers, and Unicorns, and I think you consider the Bombers and Unicorns ahead as Bo's going to get on base there. But like the High Rollers are not to be walked over. And if we've seen anything from the High Rollers, the best team in the SSBL in terms of record wise since inception is the Lumberjacks. The second best team, it's the High Rollers. In terms of sheer win percentage and just competitiveness, they always seem to be in it.
Yeah, nobody can forget probably the best series in SSBL history is that league championships, is that epic championship series between the High Rollers and the Bombers.
Britton gets
that,
the lead runner there, but can't turn two. So
Was that season 4?
Yes,
Whit?
season 4 was the
5-game series?
the 5-game series, and then we
And I
met,
think you guys,
met
season.
last year in the conference finals, and then here. Another grounder
Was
to
this the
second.
Not another one.
But
Was
this
it the
one
conference
will
finals?
be a Dragon special, and we'll go bottom 4th. I'm sorry?
Was it the conference finals?
Last year was,
season?
yes.
But you swept them, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that may have been John War. That was, yeah, I think I remember that because like the heroic was the tightly contested one. The epic was just a wash.
The back-to-back home runs was in the Super Series, John War. That was game 6, I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's when that was. 2-2
Yeah,
count here to Irons.
And just saying, like this postseason hasn't been bad, but last season was just a banger.
What has been the best series so far?
This season,
Yes.
I mean
Vikings Jacks maybe.
I mean honestly,
Well, that was a spectacular game 3.
or Stingers High Rollers, that one was a pretty good one.
That one was
And
pretty
we saw that
good.
just epic performance from Tipsy Reynolds in the closeout game. No, sorry to
And
pick at the scab there, Dean, or Square.
how about Kip Armhorn's appearance? That was
Yeah.
quite exciting.
Yeah, I mean honestly that for the Stingers, but also just like depending on how this series pans out, the sheer birth of the meme of
Colton King?
Colton King has been on fire in replace of Wally Woolley. He's made some fantastic defensive plays here tonight, has saved a couple of runs here in this game alone, and
But
will
the
lead
birth-
us off. Sorry.
the birth of this series with Max Range the meme.
Wait, is that? No, okay.
Just out of the reach of Kent, and he thought about third, but will survive with a leadoff double.
Which, if anyone wants to listen to the birth of the meme, it's posted in the Clips channel. The full 3 minutes of us riffing on Max Range, and just the imagery of him, because he was dead to rights.
Grounded to
will
second.
advance
Britain
to
gets
third.
the out. Mojo up for Sins,
about
but the
that.
tying run 90 feet away now for Carlita Beltran. Infield playing
And-
in.
Do you guys think that this move for Carlita Beltran has
I think so.
I think in the long
Really
haul, it's going to
good
be
win.
really nice. She's a really good
She's
young
this
player.
season 6, right?
I don't remember offhand what season she is, but she's
I
already
think
got a
she's
great
6.
bat. She's got a pretty strong arm for behind the plate, so I think she's going to be a great asset for this High Rollers team moving
Yeah.
forward, because Arcane Uptown was, I believe, a season 2, season 3 player, so definitely a move for the future.
She is actually
Was
season 6
Uptown
sorry. Yeah, she is actually season 6 because I remember I was choosing between her or Garcia, and I went with Garcia.
1-2 count here to Evans. He's staying alive here against Sins, trying not to squander the leadoff double. Hit by Colton King. Couple of takes
Full
there,
count.
makes it a full count. And that'll be a walk. Evans battles back, and the High Rollers have runners on the corners for Alex Longstop. Sins down to neutral now. His first walk issued there. A grounder to Sins, but he's under it. Britton to first in time for out number 3, and we'll go bottom of the 5th. Top of the order do it for the Bombers here in a 2-1 game. Winner gets to make a date with the Unicorns in the Epic Conference Finals. First pitch swinging is Kent. He grounds it to Ollie, one away.
Were you saying Puppet earlier? I apologize.
Oh, I was just talking about Arcane Uptown, who was, I believe, an original ball player, yes?
Yeah, she was traded.
She's been around. I'm not sure if she was an original ball player because I remember her being on the Skulls for a season, and she was really bad. Like, it was one of the last seasons. It's probably season 3 or season 4. She had so many errors that season. It was ridiculous. But I can't remember for certain where she came from originally. It may have been where she was a ball player, traded to the Skulls, and then came back, but I'm not for certain.
Let's take a look at the history sheet.
Wonderfully provided by Pfizer.
Into left, Benetti ranges over, makes the catch for out number 1.
Arcane Uptown appears to have been an original Moonshot. Was traded to the
Moonshot,
Schools
really?
of Rock at the start of season 3.
I never would have
Let's
guessed
see.
that. Routed to short, Irons in time for out number 2.
I think if the High Rollers win this, they have to get an appearance from Limp Bizkit, right? I mean, they're rolling.
That one's
Oh.
by the glove of Billy O'Connell. It's going to roll into the corner. Max Range will have himself a 2-out double. At least I think that's Max Range.
Yeah, it was. He bats third.
Max Range has been the majority of the High Rollers offense tonight. Hitting the home run and now a double. But blind Ollie grounds to Britton, and that will do it for the top of the 6th. We go bottom half, 4, 5, 6. Do it for the Bombers here. Still a 2-1 ball game.
And High Rollers so far have had a couple of runners in scoring position, key places, but unable to score as Sins dodging out of danger.
Some ugly plate appearances from the Bombers, swinging at really nasty pitches, just nowhere close to the zone.
I think we're about to get to the point where both teams are really going to want to capitalize on the slowly declining starting pitchers here.
Yeah, 70 pitches for Farmhand, but 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th. If Ollie can make this catch, he does. Round number 2, Luther goes to 0 for 3, and here's Billy O'Connell sitting at 0 for 2 tonight. And this one's into right. That should be an easy play for Evans. And it will be out number 3, and we'll go to the top of the 7th inning. 5, 6, 7 do it for the High Rollers here. Still in a
My God,
1-1 ball game.
We are flying.
You certainly are. Sins locked in. Facing off against the replacement Colton King, who's definitely held his own in replacing Wally Woolley. Some good plays defensively. And gets this one into right. Hamish Rifleman is able to catch up to it, though, for out number 1. That brings up the shortstop, Vic Turnpike. Puppet, you said you have the sheet pulled up?
Some of them, yes. What's up?
What do the High Rollers have in the minors for shortstop? Because I have to imagine Vic Turnpike will be out after this season. He hasn't had a great season.
Yeah.
He's season 2, I want to say. Ferris Iron snagging that one. And we go to the bottom of the 7th.
Well, it does not look great. They have Gabby Potts, who is a season 1.
Right.
So,
Turnpike
for
is who
that.
replaced her.
And they have Javi Beasy, who is a shortstop secondary.
He's actually on the roster
season
right now
3.
for the injury of Woolley, but yeah. So
Not that great. So,
Maybe we'll move Woolley to shortstop and have Colton King.
well, he was an original shortstop, I believe.
Oh!
Piston Omen misplays that one. And Hula will end up taking second off of that.
When I'm completely new to this server and I'm trying to figure out people's names and shit.
Welcome, Nick.
Yes, thanks.
New manager of the team I forgot. One of the expansion teams, though.
Express.
ooh.
The
Express.
I feel
Actually,
like your guys'
just recently with my assistant, we just been we actually just recently had a meeting, so
That ball just jumped right over
The base.
Vic Turnpike.
A bit of a crazy play
Wow.
there, and the Bombers have runners at the corners, and that'll be it for Farmhand. In
That
comes
has to get
Tipsy
clipped.
Reynolds to try and close things out.
Hang on.
This one's up the middle. Tipsy goes to second for one to first. The Dragon Special! A 1-4-3 Dragon Special, and the Bombers are turned away. And to the 8th we go. A massive Dragon Special turned by Tipsy Reynolds ends the threat for the Bombers, and we go to the 8th inning. And
honestly, rip.
Here is the aforementioned Arcane Uptown, and she'll bloop one over the head of Britton at second. She'll be aboard with a leadoff single. Here's Alex Longstop 0 for 2. Not a lot of speed on the runner at first, so she'll most likely stay put. 82 pitches now for Sins here. 2-1 the count. That's a hard hit ball. That's going to be over Britton's head again. Rifleman cuts it off. Runners going for third. Oh, cut that off, Irons. And the High Rollers have 2 runners in scoring position now for Piston Omen.
No runners out. High Rollers need to capitalize here. It's the top of the 8th. Johnny Sins starting to get low on his stamina.
Irons
This
has
is it.
to cut that ball off to prevent the runner from stealing.
And that's going to be in the
That's gonna
gap.
give the lead.
And the High Rollers will take the lead here, 3-2.
I don't know what Billy
Wow.
O'Connell's problem's been this series. He cannot make a play to save his life. And that
This
will do
might
it for
be-
Sins. In comes Obi-Wan Mahomey.
So basically, Kershaw in the playoffs.
Hey.
I
Just
just like to be a troll.
This one's gonna advance the runner to third. Sacrificing out. Oh dear.
Max range is locked in.
Max range.
I think you put him on. But they're going to pitch to him.
I would put him
Say you
on. You
walk
get the double play opportunity to end the inning. That's yeah.
I
I
would
say
put him on
intentional
here.
walk him. I don't know.
1-2. Now you go after the strikeout. None of these pitches should be in the zone at all. Good pitch there. 1-2.
What?
Oh!
What? You have
Inside
maxed out
corner!
contact. Wow.
Run him up!
Just looks at it.
And it's blind Ollie.
0 for 3 today. But has a 3-0 count here against Mahomey. Fouls that one off. That one's in there. Full count now. Pops it up.
Wow.
Should be playable for Britton.
All right.
They'll
Well,
make the
now
catch
it's
for out number 3.
And the High Rollers
Bombers'
have 6
turn.
outs to go.
6 outs to go before they have a date with the Unicorns. 2, 3, 4 do it for the Bombers here. And they're facing off against Tipsy Reynolds. Beltran will take over and right. Uptown behind the plate. 0-2 to Benetti. Swings at that one, not inside the zone, and that'll be an easy play for Uptown, 1 away. Liner to King, 2 away.
Oh, here it is, Donut. This is it.
Oh.
That'll be the bottom of the 8th.
And
Bombers,
we go
1
to
chance
the
left.
9th. 3-2 High Rollers.
High Rollers looking for some last bit. And it is not Mario Wrestles, it is Obi-Wan Mahomey. I think the whole league is looking forward to that, Aggie.
Once Wrestles heard he wasn't getting the start tonight, he said he wasn't appearing. He got a diva, he got a big head on him.
He's out drinking, watching the game.
He'd even suit up tonight because he was so angry.
3-1 to Vic Turnpike. And that'll be a walk.
We'll blame this one on him for ruining the team's morale.
Who are we blaming?
Mario wrestles.
Ah.
He was a diva and did not want to show up to the game, so.
Into left. Tyler Benetti is there. Gonna make the catch for round number 2.
Does Wrestles have just the one Super Series?
Yes. Or
No. Go ahead.
was he on
So
the
he,
since season
He was on
5?
this. He was on. No, that was.
No,
No, he
no.
got traded because he had Dante Smalls. There was no way they had both. Oh wait, he might have been
Alright.
starting actually.
Where did wrestles come from? Wasn't it the overdraft?
3 outs for the
No.
Bombers. They trail by 1 here in the bottom of the 9th. Their hopes lie here. Leading off, Lexi Luther, 1-1, 0 for 3 for tonight. She pops this one up to third. Blind Ollie's under it.
Luther has not been herself in the second half.
And it's Billy O'Connell. A chance to
This is the
redeem
man,
for his
Billy
misplay
O'Connell.
earlier.
Reynolds locked in. Look at those stats.
And that's a grounder to second. The High Rollers 1 out away from the conference finals. And here's Ferris Irons. Up the middle,
Oh.
out of the reach of Vic Turnpike.
It's
And
one
the
swing
lead
here.
goes on.
I thought this actually was gonna happen.
And here's
And it's
Hula.
the substitute.
And they'll bring in
Oh.
Beatrice Tanner to pitch hit.
No way it's a walk-off here, right? With Beatrice.
We
Taylor.
want we want who is it? Kip Armstrong, that's it.
Yeah, it was
We
Kip
want Kip
Armhorn.
Kip
Armhorn, same thing.
Oh.
Oh,
Down to the last strike. And this
Oh.
will do
Oh.
And there will be a new champion. No back-to-back. Still.
I don't know that we will ever see a back-to-back champion in the SSBL.
I thought we would have one this year, honestly.
and we're guaranteed to have a new champion this year for sure.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
it. Out hit him again.
That's exciting.
Well, I mean, Whitney, you've certainly created a dynasty. Unfortunate for you here, but coming off, it was going to be a high order to win again this season after the miraculous season you had last season, but certainly gave it your all. And I mean, the Bombers are not going anywhere. If anything, this is the Bombers and Unicorn show for the foreseeable future in the Epic, and this is not the last that we will see of the Bombers in the postseason by any stretch of the means.
I think in those last 2 games, Pujols, Luther, and O'Connell went a combined 2 for 20-something. I was really think they're going to put Alyssa Sass in there, not Tanner. Fucking
Yeah, it's all Tanner's fault.
Billy O'Connell can't make a play at first.
Is this the first time that the High Rollers have beaten the Bombers in the postseason?
Yep.
Yes.
Well,
Lost them in
congratulations.
season 4. Lost them in season 6.
You know, considering the trends that the High Rollers have been on, this is just a franchise that has always kind of been in the shadow of the Lumberjacks, given they're both the same expansion year and just with how much success the Lumberjacks have had. So they're finally trying to make a name for themselves and kind of upset the narrative, of the all this time we're talking about Bombers Unicorns, when yes, those are 2 dominant teams, but there is still hope in the Epic for the Kingslayers.
Mr. Large Marge, I gotta say, I put the High Rollers to win the whole thing, so just saying.
Forgot who I put.
It's funny how you guys are trying to kind of leak what the Mythic looks like next season. You guys are leaking info.
How so?
You guys missed when they were selecting teams and such. Mythic was on the right side, and then Chicken just moved it really quickly.
Oh, I mean, people already know what the logos look like.
I think they already got shown, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's true.
Yep.
I just wanted to pick Express because then you could, for the memes.
Unfortunately, the Stingers will not be in the fun division because Josh won't allow it.
Yeah.
What's
Did
the-
we not,
what's the-
did we go through with allowing the teams to draft their division?
Oh boy, do I have some news for you. Not only are they picking which division they'll be in, they're also picking the picks for the draft. Like
What?
they could either like based on a round, not only could they choose like, oh, am I gonna choose a position player this round, or am I going to choose a pick? Like, am I gonna choose like which number in each round I'm picking at?
I see. Interesting.
Oh my.
So where do they get
That-
slotted into the draft then?
They go
this time around?
after the lottery picks.
Okay.
Oh shit.
You want to know a random fun fact?
How
Sure.
fun is it?
It's pretty incredible. So the Bombers 2-0 against the High Rollers when they are a full strength team, but 0-3 against them when they had an injury, when they were missing a starter.
Well, let's hope that my team doesn't go like 0 and like get 0 wins this season.
It's okay. You're
That's
on the
all.
wrong fielders.
No
Yeah.
team has
Not
ever
sure.
gotten less than 1-13.
Well, I mean, right now I'm actually studying the pool right now, so that just kind
Whoa.
of maybe shows how.
You know,
Also,
just
it's
before.
impossible for you to go 1-13 next season.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There's 16
What do you
games.
guys?
Oh, the
what do you-
0-60. We're football, baby.
Before Dean gets to you, I offer my help. Okay. Just before Dean's gets to you. Just saying. Here we are in the Gauchos and Moonshots game. By the way.
The draft pool is accessible. Well, no, the expansion draft pool is accessible to the expansion managers.
Not for all you people.
Yeah, no, not
Boring.
expansion.
Ooh.
Not
Yeah,
for
the
you
actual
people.
draft pool is also
You pay
has
no
been-
attention because none of those players will be yours.
They could be,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you-
saying? Hey Nick, send me that link and then I'll give you some picks and we'll work on something, you know what I'm saying? Like
Don't trade a puppet. He's a snake.
Yeah,
whoa.
well,
Or,
first
or
of all,
Dean,
I'm not,
he's an
I'm
actual
not,
snake.
I'm not saying
Yes,
that he's a
this
snake
is
or
the
anything,
actual
but
snake here.
I mean, Lasers in this server knows me. Like, I've done like analytics stuff and stuff, so like I understand. I could do some math in my head to determine if a trade even matters. I'm not saying
Well,
puppet like.
It's about the application, you know, because some stats are just more important than others.
Yeah,
and
it's about drive. It's about power.
And it's
about
about
100%
straight bullshit.
reason
We
to
go
remember the
hungry, we
name.
devour.
Well, also, if you look at pitchers in the MLB, pitchers have been focused mainly on control because you could be the fastest. Oh,
That was a
Be the
really
fa-
great.
The hit and run works. Throw to third, not in time, and it's first and third for the Moonshots. Now it's
So
Rank
what-
Dreams, the
so-
longtime Moonshot.
I just wanted to ask: is this the Eastern Conference? I know that
The
sounds a
Heroic
little
Conference,
new.
yes. Throw to
This is the
second,
Heroic.
not in time.
Okay, the Heroic Conference. Okay. Sorry, I'm
Also,
always...
welcome CX Ferda, Mythics manager, in the chat for the first time.
Ooh, welcome.
Yeah, it'll be trying to fight it. Could
That ball's hit on the right.
One.
Going back at the wall. It's
Oh.
off the top of the wall. And the Moonshots take a 1-0 lead.
By inches. Yeah, CX Ferda got my reference. Thank you, CX Ferda.
Oh, and they hit.
Oh,
So bases loaded, one out for the Moonshots.
It's only
And
the
Earl
first
Club.
inning. Like, could this be a blowout already? That'd be interesting.
I mean,
Ground ball.
Nope.
Yoshida, Billups, in time, Dragon Special,
swear, I
and the Moonshots
swear.
only come away with one.
I swear I jinxed it.
You did jinx it.
I mean, did you not watch the game yesterday where through the first 5 pitches, the Bombers hit 2 home runs and then still lost the game?
Yes,
Like,
I
I
did
don't think Mike
hear
wants to
about
talk about
that.
it right now. He's probably knee deep in a 6-pack right now.
No, I'm here. I was.
he's got a bathroom with like all the candles.
Oh my!
Stay calm, Whitney.
Every time
And he's
though,
got a chicken sandwich with him.
looking at
He's
this
watching.
server,
He's
though,
watching
like,
Oklahoma highlights right now to make himself feel better.
looking-
No, he's
looking
watching
at-
the Super Series highlights from last year just to feel something.
So while looking at the server and its history, it seemed like the Lumberjacks were like the gods of this server for a little while there.
Yeah, they won their
Part of
first
that.
season in existence.
Yeah, in the beginning, I said they seemed like they were the top team.
They have a problem of hitting into double plays while bases loaded.
Dean, you would be the roasting him the most if you were here. All right.
Dean, you're enjoying this. Stop it. 2 outs, Juice Armstrong, and
Let's
catches
just hope the retrievers don't flop. That's all
We're
I'm gonna
not
say.
gonna. We got it under control. All right. We're all good boys here.
We're all
You
here
guys
for
are good.
winning.
Well, you guys do. Oh yeah, it's lottery, so I'm not sure if you guys are gonna get the first pick, but
We ought to, cause we're the kings of having the first pick.
Lottery for only the teams that didn't make the playoffs.
We have the third highest chance for number 1, so.
I just really like how the Puppets just succeed in every endeavor, like getting high picks,
Exactly.
purposely tanking to not get into the playoffs. Like they just accomplish it on and off the field.
Wow, that was a giant
question,
jump
then.
from Billups.
So I have a
Billups has been a
question.
solid shortstop this season. I actually really like Billups' shortstop.
My question is this then: what is the success rate of first overall picks in this?
Picks. So I don't know.
Winning.
Hold up. Season 3, right? But
It's in the draft.
And there might just be too many people talking at once, and that's why it sounds.
Yeah, everyone went robot there. I didn't understand a word just about anyone said.
All right, season 2, first pick in the draft, Lucio Ball. Need I say anything more?
Oh, okay.
Bust.
Season 3, there was no draft in season 3. Season 4, Robin Ryan, first
I hate it.
overall pick. Season 5, Cassiopeia to Coteau, CDC.
Could have been mine. Just saying.
Mabel Sparks. And then finally in
that's-
season 7, Maggie Slowitz. So if the question is, our first round is like the first overall pick good, I've got some answers for you, and it's besides Lucio Ball, yes.
every one of them a pitcher except Slowest.
Yeah. Retrievers setting new records every day, bro.
Oh.
What?
Shuttlesworth? Not in
Shuttlesworth?
time.
We saw that
don't
last
think you
team
were
with.
getting
Well, I'm sorry if I'm asking these questions. I'm just
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
just
not
kinda-
here, but I guess it's an interesting topic to talk about.
What I find very interesting is just this aspect that when I'm looking at this simulation, how it's so up and down. But I guess that's how baseball is.
Oh, this game is absolute chaos, and that's why we love it.
And you know what contributes to that is that we have a 14-game season.
Yeah, 16.
Sure.
Which is why we're going to 16.
Yeah,
No
huge
more
baby
random,
steps.
baby.
You know what I'm saying? The Ryzen era is done. Now we're working on Intel machines.
No, we're actually in the Ryzen 7 era.
Oh, okay.
As that ball's gonna be in the gap, running third, gonna head home, and it looks like the Gauchos are gonna tie this ball game with an RBI triple.
Where's the play-by-play in this 1-1 ball game? Listen, you have 5 people in here. You know how.
Serious
This-
Altina Hex, as the boss man has told us to get to work.
Getting
Oh
yelled
guys,
at here.
the boss is here. The boss is here. We're gonna start working.
Or just join Josh.
All right, we got base runners on first and third here. Brutus Banger up to the plate with
Lars, that is not true.
One out.
I do play-by-play for the Gauchos. Excuse you. I have done many Gauchos games. The runner's gonna go to second. Throw from Baca in time.
and in time. Baca, absolutely one of the best names here.
It'd be fun if we have a completely chalk first round, like the first ever that we've ever had in the SSBL, and then we have complete reverse chalk in the second round. If the
Oh, that's
Gauchos
right,
can
because the
win.
Unicorns are a 3 seed.
Yeah,
What is chalk?
like going by the seeding, like top seeds win.
Oh.
So have you ever gone to school? There's a board you usually ride on it.
Going back.
And later. I squared as soon as they started calling that, went out of that. 4:35 puts the Gauchos ahead 4-1. You were talking about school and chalkboards?
4-1
Can we
Gauchos.
just wanted to say this. I was making sure that nobody was a manager of this team, but Rip the overdrafts. Let's face it.
Yeah. Listen, we don't talk about the overdrafts. We don't. They're not. They don't.
And
at
Shuttlesworth
least
losing
it's-
his composure a little bit here.
Speaking of which,
I
we're
mean,
gonna
at
edit
least
the
the-
history to make running get all of those wins and losses.
How about the Stingers,
LOL.
though? Let's talk about that. Oh, yeah. Oh,
We'll be
never
back.
mind.
Noah Walker.
Finally, we can talk. Oh, what?
What?
Huh?
Sorry.
Something positive about the Stingers? Yes.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
You know I can't do that. I'm by contract.
Well,
A slow roller. Who's going to get it this time? Destroyer in time. But the Gauchos score 4. They lead 4-1.
so
And now the Moonshots have some work to do in the bottom of the third. And oh my god.
Oh my God, it's pasta.
Yo, what's going on?
All right, well that's the record. I'm pretty sure. This was supposed to be the Super Series, not the Gauchos versus Moonshots, but
Well, the Super Series is supposed to be Josh in here too. Andy.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to get Zarabi in. This one
Tapper.
just tapped.
Walker. And he'll throw it on first.
Oh, and Dean's here.
And
Wonderful.
Dean.
Hey, it's Dean. What's up, Dean?
Everybody leave.
Like a second.
Josh is about to storm in the room and be like, "All right, you can't invite that many friends. Like, I told you 5 friends for your birthday party, and how many you invited?"
Only 5 friends.
Oh, Dean's
Oh,
gone.
well. Well then. Anyway.
well then.
Sorry, Dean.
Really.
Well then.
Eugene Marie, I'm very impressed with how she's sort of come back into this game. It was very bad looking at the start, but
For no reason.
yeah,
Can
compared
someone
to
remind me
Shuttlesworth,
of
has done much better.
Can someone remind me of Norie's trade that brought her to the Gauchos?
She came over from the
Oh,
ball
I'll take a
players, I
look.
think.
Wasn't she drafted by the Gauchos?
No.
No.
Nope, it
Ball
was
player.
a ball players. It does not appear to be in the.
I'm pretty
roster
sure she was
is
just
true.
straight up drafted.
Ooh.
Season
I
5?
know
That's
she
gonna
wasn't.
be down the line, but just a single as NQ picks that up and throws it into
Oh,
infield.
There is
Dion.
no
that was probably when the league office was in the
Thing
dark
for-
ages, and it wasn't.
Dark Ages.
Yeah,
Oh
there was
my.
we don't talk about the mid part of season 5.
Here is D. Belfort coming on for Shuttlesworth. Shuttlesworth's done after 4 innings.
Steve
And he gets
Stevens, let's see.
strike out for out number 1. So we'll go back, flip it back to the top lineup for Miranda Bistic. She came
Former
to
Walker, by the way.
I didn't know
Hey,
Squared was starting a rap career.
I say things very fast. So that's going to be up in the middle, and it's going to be first and second for the Gauchos and Biscuits on. One of the better leadoff hitters in the league. And here's
Ooh.
Samir Tailwind, who's having an excellent season.
Wow, Samir Tailwind had a lot of progression styles. That's a lot.
Oh
It's Belfort, and they're
no!
going to get a Dragon Special.
And the Gauchos have a pretty powerful lineup.
It's going to get even worse next
Yeah.
year.
Listen, I don't want to hear about it. I do believe I am in the division with the Gauchos, right? Or is it the Moonshots that I'm with?
That ball's hit high and deep in the center. And it'll be under it is Dion for first out.
Oh, thank goodness I'm with the Moonshots. Oh.
So Moonshots looking to put together something. Only 1 run in the first inning, but nothing else since then.
And they had bases loaded in the first inning too. Remember?
They did, and that's going to be a strikeout for no reason. So she's settling in pretty well. And here's French Pastry.
I mean, she gave up
How
her
about
first
the-
run of the season against the Knights. I think she only surrendered like 1 or 2, so just her third earned run of the season, I believe. She's definitely probably in the conversation for pitcher of the year in the heroic.
It's going to be a ground ball to Billups, and that should do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Nori. We're through 4. To the 5th we go. 4-1 Gauchos.
I think the
We'll see a
Moonshots have
Hex,
had a lot of
Banger, and
success.
Colon. First pitch, sending to right. That's gonna dive right in front of Musgroves. For a leadoff single, here's Brutus Banger, who's honestly, since coming over from the Bombers, has had to put his career together pretty well.
Yeah, he definitely's been better since he's been with the Gauchos. Has definitely kind of rounded into a fuller, more round player.
As Belfort allows a walk. First and second for Colin. 3-1. Dreams back to Crump, back to Belfort, not in time. So first and third.
Here's Billups. Let's take a look at how Belfort has been doing this season. 23 innings pitched and 3.4 ERA, 1.3 WHIP. Pretty all right. He'll ring up Billups here. And another strikeout for Belford. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Baca Armstrong Hugh.
Now batting, the catcher, number 16.
Reese had a pretty good day.
For the most part.
Oh my, I have to take this. All right, well, I have to take this. Well, enjoy the game. Rest of the game, guys. Gotta go, but have fun.
Okay.
X to first in time for out number 1.
And we're back to 2. Here's Armstrong. And strikeout. Back to the top with Hugh. And in here is Hugh, full count. And he'll put this one up the middle for a single. So it's Matty Musgroves with a runner on first and 2 outs.
1 for 2 for him today. Noree having a pretty good night so far. Just that first inning got a little rough for her, but is able to bounce back nicely. Oh no!
Whoa!
Noah Walker throws that one away. But good backup by Dion, doesn't allow the runner to advance any further.
I think maybe who's that behind the plate for the Gauchos?
Noah Walker.
You might just have to sign up for being a pitcher. That had some curve on that one.
It did.
But this one getting a tie, or not tie up. What am I saying? Bringing a run for the moonshots on 2 outs.
Four to 2 now.
Enjoy,
here
lasers.
in the bottom of the 5th.
Keeps it going with a single.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 13.
Here's Rec Dreams.
Getting through the 3rd time through the lineup. But Dreams will pop out to end the inning. And we'll go to the top of the 6th, 4 to 2.
Oh. Well, lasers, at least you didn't sleep through it. So, Here's Neon Dion. 1 out. Belford locked in now at 28 pitches.
Miranda Biscuit back to the number 1. 1 for 3 tonight, and she softly lines that to Dreams for round number 3. So a quick inning for Belford as we go bottom 6, 4-2, still our score here. Part of the order due up for the Moonshots.
Dean, if you go to sleep now, then when you wake up, you can play Forza. Just think about it. Definitely, it's not free, is it?
Fouled off 0-2 to Bojack Oon. And also surviving a hit by pitch. That's not something we've seen a lot as of late. We've seen a few people get hit by pitch, but those pitchers just kind of explode. So good on Noree for uh-oh.
And later.
And that makes it a 1-run game. 454 feet into dead center field.
4-3. Yeah, come on, Whitney. Ooh, with a rookie, Poodle Starfire.
And here is that bullpen. Only with 1 run worth of padding here with no outs in the bottom of the 6th.
And I believe Starfire was the first selected pitcher in this draft.
Let's see if I can find that real quick.
What are you looking for?
If she was the first pitcher taken. You would be incorrect. It was actually Hattie May, who ironically has had the entire season down in the minors. And it's Poodle Starfire who's been up here in the majors all year. It went Hattie May, Poodle Starfire, Beef Boy, Jar Jar Jackson, and then Jebediah Octagon. As the Moonshots with another single have 2 aboard here with only 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. And here is Juice Armstrong.
He's Plum North.
Plum
Now,
North.
I was talking with Fizek about the pitchers in this draft, where if I were to choose a pitcher at number 5, then I actually would have chosen Jar Jar Jackson instead of the Poodle Starfire, Hattie May type pitchers.
Did Jackson has like a K-Man or something, right? And that's going to bloop. That's going to bomber special, and we're going to have ourselves a tie game here at 4. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Runners at the corners for the Moonshots, and it's the reigning MVP. The last vestige of an MVP we have here in the postseason. As we saw Matty Musgrove, or as we saw Murph Kelly and Von Crum both eliminated in earlier rounds.
Pressure maxed out, bases floated, 1 out.
Little Starfire struggling. A suicide squeeze, but that's hit hard, and she'll get it right back to this catcher for out number 2.
Right back to the pitcher. That probably would have worked if it did not go straight back to Starfire.
That had just a little bit too much mustard on it, and Starfire was able to get it to Walker behind the plate in the nick of time to tag the runner out. And this is grounded to short.
Wow.
Billups up with it, and just in the nick of time at first, just a step ahead of the runner. Moonshots do tied up at 4 apiece going into the top of the 7th inning, though.
I don't know that I've ever seen that in the SSBL.
Ground bunt back to the pitcher.
Well, on bases loaded with 1 out? I mean...
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, we've seen a lot of bunts go a lot of different ways, but one directly like that, I'm not sure. Hot shot to third, but grounded. Destroyer to Dreams in time.
Being a hex. Gave her some of my pork tonight.
as she needs to get through Belford here. Only 2 hits and a
Wow.
walk issued through 3 1/3 innings. He's locked in with 3 strikeouts.
Very impressive that showing from Belford so far.
Full count here to Hex. Swung on, that will be in the stands. Flare to first. Dreams will make the catch for number 2. Line into center, but Dale Blanco is there for round number 3. And we'll go bottom of the 7th. Dreams, Jackoon, and Crump do up for the Moonshots.
Sure thing, Mubot.
And this one's into left, and the short porch will give the Moonshots a 5-4 lead.
There it is. I think you got to take Starfire right now. She'll stay in against Bojack Goon, who is locked in. Home run and a hit by pitch today. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk to bring up Earl Crump, who has not had as great of a day, and will be facing Jake Carter, the long reliever.
Jake Carter been one of their more reliable guys in the bullpen in the postseason. Needs to do his best to keep this at a 1-run deficit.
Ooh, that one swinging at a ball will get popped up for round number 1. Brings us French pastry. At this point, Dean, pretty much. That's pretty much. We were talking about the during game 1. Pandora. Oh, what? Okay. If you went for the tag on second and were not able to get the out at first, then oh man. Be a steal on third and gunned. So Moonshots put on 1 in the bottom of the 7th. 2 innings left for the Gauchos. Here's Dallin Arcolin. Popped up on the first base line. Belford might be able to stay in for the rest of the game.
Yeah, at the rate he's going, but we did say that about Steel Flex, and that came back to haunt us.
Phillips, you got a big target right there. I am curious if the physique affects maybe the hitbox of the pitchers. I mean, it'd be, very minimal, but I don't know, maybe? Whoa, swinging that one in the dirt there. That'll end the top of the 8th for the Gauchos. His Moonshots, maybe their last time batting here.
Yep, looking for a bit of insurance here with a 1-run lead here. In the bottom of the 8th, looking to be the only top seed to advance here in the divisional round. Going 2 to Blanco. Came in defensively in center field after Plum North replaced Juice Armstrong.
Nick Hugh is on the Moonshots too, right?
Yes. No. Yes. Nick Hugh is there.
Yeah.
MVP guy. Here he is.
There are 2 juniors of them.
Yeah, Nick Hugh Jr. is on the Cherry Bombers.
Yep.
It's on one hard, but foul. Chopper defers. Banger will take it himself round number 3. And the Gauchos down to their final 3 outs of the season. They need 1 to tie. And they've got 8, 9, and then the top of the order. Yoshida
And they're
up to
definitely
bat.
going to face Belford.
5 innings pitched for Belford, 56 pitches locked in. They'll probably go the rest of the way despite something drastic. Oh, Yoshida into
Ooh.
left center. Doesn't have
Is that enough?
Oh, it doesn't.
No, it's off the
Wow.
wall. He might get... No.
That one fooled me. I thought that one was a lot deeper than it actually was, but the tying run in scoring position. Here's Neon Dion.
Do not mess this up, Gauchos. This is it. No.
Oh, runner's going for third. Oh, just under the tag.
When I said do not mess this up, that was the exact type of play that was going to mess this up.
And it's a full
Full
count
count.
to Dion. This will be foul. Find the stands.
Anywhere in
That's a
right
dribble
field
through the
ties it
infield,
up.
And the tie game will be tied. 5-5. Here in the top of the 9th, the Gauchos have life. And still nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Belfort still locked in. And Biscuit puts one through the right side of the infield. 2 runners aboard. Still no one down here in the 9th.
Wild.
And it's the man, the myth, the legend, Samir Tailwind. He had some
Belford
big
back to
plays
neutral.
coming back. Last game, and he puts this
Oh,
one to
Samir
right.
Tailwind.
Samir Tailwind has given the Gauchos the lead. A 3-run shot by Samir Tailwind, and the Gauchos are on top 8-5.
Wow. He opens up the game with a triple. Had a tough game for the rest of the game, but he comes back. Bam. Here's Ijin Sawamura.
And
Using
the
Athena Hex.
script has been flipped for the 3rd time tonight. Every team that has won tonight so far has had a late inning lead change. It was the Vikings in the top of the 7th,
Ooh.
the High Rollers in the top of the 8th, and now the Gauchos in the top of the 9th, taking the lead.
And they still have 2 outs to work with. I mean, I would say every team except for the Unicorns is here on an upset, and
I completely agree.
that'll be a walk.
If the Gauchos
Alan
hold it,
Arcolin.
they would reverse sweep in the first 2 rounds because they lost that first game against the
Right.
Knights. So
Right.
the Cardiac Gauchos, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a whole bottom of the 9th to play, and you've been talking about how the Gauchos bullpen isn't exactly all that in a bag of chips, as this will be a 4-6-3 Dragon special. And now we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Moonshots need 3 to extend, 4 to win. They've got 2, 3, 4 to up here.
And it's the 2 through 4.
First pitch swing,
Oh, no.
Musgroves pops it up into foul territory. And it'll be caught for out number 1.
And that's a mojo up, too, for, I believe that's
Jake
Carter.
Carter,
on the mound.
2 1/3 innings pitch, a strikeout, and that's a hard grounder to third.
That one
Athena Hex
tags.
up with it in time at first for round number 2. The Gauchos 1 out away from a trip to the heroic conference finals. Wreck Dream stands in their way.
Strike 1.
Moonshots
Fouled off, strike
down
2.
to their final out, and it's up the middle. The game will continue.
Oof. Wreck Dreams keeping the dream alive for the Moonshots.
And here is
I know we've used that line too many times, but
Bojack Oon. I have to imagine they'll try and send the runner to get his RBI man active. Dreams has a lot of speed. Noah's arm is a bit dilapidated. But Bojack Oon
No.
pops up into center, and this could be it. It's Yoshida. He's under it, and it's caught for
And
number
the-
3. And the reverse chalk comes to fruition. Every lower seed advances into the conference finals.
Absolutely incredible.
A 4-run top of the 9th clinches it for the Gauchos, the comeback kids. Here in the playoffs, win 8-5 over the Moonshots.
Do you think maybe the Gauchos tank the first 2 games against the Vikings?
I mean, the Vikings got reverse sweep last season, so
Wow, just incredible
multiple
games
hit
tonight.
games for Biscuit. Tailwind had a home run, the 3-run shot. Colin also with a home run as well. Yoshida and Dion 2 for 4. 13 hits for the Moonshots. Did every team who lose out hit their opponents? I don't remember who had more hits in that first game.
I think they were tied, actually.
But 13 hits for the Moonshots, and they lose this one, only score 5 runs. Home runs from Dreams and Jack Oon. 1 for 4 is Hugh. 2 for 5 is Musgroves and Destroyer. Could we have just seen the end of the career for Nick Hugh? Interesting to see how that plays forward. Nori gives up 3 through 5, 2 through 1 for Starfire. Carter shutting the door. 3 earned through no earned through 3 innings, only allowing 1 hit. Belford gets the loss, 4 earned through 5. And
You can't give Belford the loss. I mean, compared to Shuttlesworth, really?
And your MVP is Samir Tailwind, hitting that go-ahead 3-run shot. Well, what a night it has been.
What a night.
What a night. What a night. We go from a completely chalk first round to a complete lower seeded epic conference championship matchups. Both 3v4 matchups, Unicorns, High Rollers, and Gauchos, Vikings. All going to be best of 5 series. So Gauchos will have the home field advantage over the Vikings, and the Unicorns over the High Rollers.
Quite exciting.
It will be exciting. We'll definitely crown a new champion this year, as we mentioned earlier in the stream. Thank you all for tuning in for night number 3 of the divisional round. Thank you for everyone who joined the call, and we'll see you all next week. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.